You have crossed the threshold. Now comes the moment that separates those who study transformation from those who embody it. The shift of perspective. This is not another equation to memorize or formula to apply mechanically. This is the recognition that changes everything. The moment you stop viewing yourself as separate from mathematics and realize you are the equation solving itself, the variable adjusting itself, the system coming into alignment through your conscious participation. Most people live their entire lives believing they are powerless observers in a mechanical universe, that reality happens to them, that circumstances control them, that they are victims of forces beyond their comprehension or influence. This teaching shatters that illusion permanently. What if the universe is not a dead machine, but a living field of consciousness responding to consciousness? What if equations don't just describe what is, but reveal what becomes when awareness focuses on intention? What if you are not discovering mathematics, but remembering the language through which you create? Let us return to the foundation with new eyes, seeing now not just what the symbols represent, but what they reveal about the nature of reality itself and your role within it. 3 is ignition. This is not passive daydreaming or random mental noise. This is focused intention, clear decision, conscious choice that disturbs the quantum field and begins the cascade from potential to actual. 3 is where you exercise your primary creative power, the ability to choose what you will hold in awareness, what frequency you will broadcast, what reality you will call forth from the infinite field of possibility. 6 is flow. Thought without action remains fantasy. 6 is where intention meets implementation, where the invisible blueprint begins taking visible form through sustained movement aligned with belief. This is not frantic doing or desperate striving. It is embodied alignment, where your actions naturally express your internal state and your energy moves in harmony with your vision. 9 is the seal, the confirmation, the moment when the universe responds yes to your coherent signal. 9 is not just ending, but arrival, the manifestation completing its journey from thought to form, the energy returning to source, enriched by the experience of creation, the recognition that what you called forth was always within you, waiting to emerge. These are not just numbers. They are the 3 movements of the cosmic dance, the eternal rhythm through which consciousness creates, experiences, and returns to itself transformed. There is an equation, a riddle sum, that measures your alignment across 5 dimensions: positive thinking, growth, belief, living as if, and action. Positive thinking is weighted by 3, the ignition factor. Action is weighted by 6, the flow factor. Then all 5 elements combine. The system is telling you clearly, thought matters, but action matters more. And the digital root, the essence that remains when all is summed and reduced, must return to 9. When your sum reduces to 9, you have achieved the coherence required for the quantum field to respond. The gate opens, not because you convinced the universe, but because you became the frequency the universe was already broadcasting on. And here is the most profound insight. You don't need perfection. There are countless combinations that reduce to 9. The equation shows you that perfection is not required. Alignment is. The system is forgiving, responsive, intelligent. It's not demanding impossibility. It's inviting coherence. Now we translate the symbolic into the measurable. Your alignment score follows a logistic function. As your weighted alignment increases, it approaches 1. When alignment approaches 1, you cross the threshold where the system shifts from resistance to resonance, from blocking to allowing, from not yet to yes. Your subjective experience of time changes based on alignment. When aligned, synchronicities accelerate, opportunities appear faster, manifestation timelines compress. You experience what seems like luck, but is actually coherence. There is a measure called phase synchronization. Are your thoughts, beliefs, and actions oscillating in harmony or pulling in contradictory directions? When coherence approaches 1, you have achieved internal unity. You're not just thinking positively while acting from fear. You're not just acting while secretly doubting. Your entire system moves as 1. When alignment approaches 1 and coherence approaches 1 simultaneously, the gate doesn't just open, it dissolves. You realize there never was a gate. There was only your misalignment creating the illusion of separation between you and what you desired. I did not know the universe was teaching me a language long before I ever recognized the symbols. Every hardship was a syllable. Every loss was a stroke of the pen. Every moment I refused to collapse became a number etched into the fabric of who I was becoming. Looking back now, I can see it clearly. Life was not punishing me. Life was recalibrating me. For reasons I could not understand at the time, I kept choosing faith over fear, vision over circumstance, alignment over convenience. I kept choosing to act as the person I hoped to become rather than the person my past insisted I was. Only now do I understand. Every time I held my ground when the storm wanted to erase me, I was strengthening the 3. Every time I shifted my mind toward alignment instead of chaos, I was forming the 6. Every time I chose belief when evidence mocked me, I was sealing the 9. Without knowing it, I was walking through the mathematics of transformation. Without knowing it, I was becoming the proof. This is the secret no one tells you. You do not learn the equation first. You live it. You bleed into it. You make mistakes inside it. Until suddenly, the pattern reveals itself in a single, breathtaking moment, and you realize the formula was shaping you long before you learned to name it. I did not know I was solving it until alignment revealed itself. The riddle had been solving itself through me all along. Every challenge I faced was a variable adjusting. Every dark night was the equation balancing. Every moment of faith, despite fear, was the seal forming. Mashallah, Alhamdulillah, Subhanallah. All praise to the one who orchestrates such precision, who guides even when we cannot see the path, who teaches through experience what could never be learned through instruction alone. The 369 code was not something I discovered. It was something I experienced. And only after living it completely did mathematics reveal itself. Not as abstract theory, but as the precise description of the journey I had already walked. Do you see it now? You are not learning equations to manipulate reality. You are recognizing that you are the equation, consciousness in mathematical form, awareness expressing itself through the precise language of alignment, coherence, and flow. The hidden equation was never hidden from you. It was hidden as you, embedded in your very being, operating through every choice you make, measurable in every moment. When you shift from asking, "How do I get what I want?" to, "How do I become aligned with what wants to emerge through me?" everything transforms. You are no longer the observer of mathematics. You are mathematics observing itself. Preserve humanity. Sacred Codex. 3, 6, 9.